Hello. Um, so I read Nehemiah yesterday. It's not a very long book. It's 12 pages long. Um, and I kind of reviewed a few things on it, but not entirely. And I think I was asleep whilst I was reading it. Um, and I, I wanted to review it, but I couldn't really grasp or remember what was being said. Like I said, I felt like I was asleep. So I wanted to go back and just wrestle with the great beast, you know? And I don't know, this so I've read a page and a half. And the introduction to this book is it's a difficult read. Um, it seems to be a confession from the people that wrote this book insofar as everything. We start from news from Jerusalem, and then we get to Nehemiah's prayer. Um, and at the end of Nehemiah's prayer, the people that wrote this book say, "At the time, I was the king's cupbearer." And in essence, it kind of like a few months back when we did Mormon prom, and I kind of swung from the chandelier, as it were, you know. Um, this book, this introduction, this all of it feels like an explanation on all of that. We're talking about valley gates, dung gates, fountain gates, serpents' wells. And it's a hard read. It's incredibly hard to read because you start getting trapped in your own ego. And as soon as you start getting trapped in your own ego, it says, but further down it became too narrow for my animal to go through. And at that point, you begin to, like I said, the ego and everything, and it's a hard read. It took me a minute to get through this page. Um, I think yesterday I was complaining about the fish gate though, so at least we got that. It's difficult to review something like this within the context of being judged by the organization that's watching me, which is weird. It's a weird situation to be in. They wrote this book and they're like, hey, this is the things that we do. We don't want you to stop us. We hate you for it, but we also love you and we want you to stop us. And that's an interesting thing to. But yeah, this book may be in and of itself a prayer. Nehemiah's prayer. Yeah. The officials did not know where I had gone or what I was doing, for I had not yet told the Jews, priests, nobles, officials, or the rest of those who would be doing the work. I really want to get to Job. I want to get to Job so bad. I need to understand what this work is. Well, I mean, I understand what the work is. It's just I think gates are a huge thing. Just like the original sin of separating the north from the south, or the pain, the pain. I hate all of you. Um, Not a huge fan of the Valley Gate, Dung Gate, and Fountain Gate though. That we could do without for sure. Um, Also, another thing. I want to talk about rats. Well, mice. Um, I said the other day that a mouse got stuck in one of the glue traps when I was living in Mexico, and I took it out back and skewered it. And that's not the entire story. Um, I don't. I think if I remember correctly, I was going to throw. I was just gonna throw it into the garbage, or I did throw it in the garbage. I don't remember exactly, but I started thinking about the fact that like if I were to just throw it in the garbage, it would stay there for days and days and days and starve to death, and it would be a very very painful, slow death. So I went home and I sharpened some bobby pins, and I took it out back and gave it a quickish death. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there for now. I hear a car revving outside. I could go further, but like it's one of those things of like a fork in the road, and I would rather just not. Again, though, the Valley Gate, Dung Gate, and Fountain Gate, I'm not a huge fan of, but at the same time, in the context of the logic I just talked about, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll continue talking about human trafficking, though. Possibly, maybe. But yeah. If I ever shut up.